Hi, today we're going to take a look at one of the apps that I use every single day. It's one of my favorite apps. It's called MySugr, and I use it to track a multitude of data points on the keto diet. My blood sugar, my insulin, my activities, my food intake, how many carbs I have. So I want to do a quick walkthrough of the features with you, show you what it can and can't do, and how I use it, and how you can customize it to your own needs. Hi, I'm Steve, and you're watching Keto Steveo. So this is the MySugr app. It's free on the App Store for Android and also for iPhone. So let's take a quick test drive. This is the home screen of the MySugr app. You can upload your own photo, which I've done obviously, and I paid for the Pro version, which is $24 a year. What that allows you to do is download the files that show your progress and your stats for each week. So I use that to give to my doctor, my endocrinologist. If you don't need to do that, you can save yourself 24 bucks. It's a free app. So going through the app, this is the home screen. You have Logbook, Connections, Reports, and Coach. You have Profile and Settings, Challenges, which I don't do. It's kind of, you're competing against other people that use the app. User's Manual, and then they have things that they want to sell you, recommended by MySugr, and then Support. So we'll go to Profile and Settings, and you start off with Person, and that's where you can tap the screen and upload your own photo if you want to. Under Therapy, that's where if you're diabetic, you can load up your diabetic information. So I'm a type 1. If you're type 2, pre-diabetic, whatever you want to load up there. Your year of diagnosis, if you use syringes or pens for your insulin. Blood sugar units. In the US we use milligrams per deciliter. In Europe they use millimoles. And then you can set your carbs up to whether you want those in grams or exchanges. If you use insulin, you can select the insulin type that you use. I just use basal, which is Lantus, and then bolus, which is a fast acting, and then if you use a mix. So it's got a pretty good selection there of insulins that you can load up. If you take any pills, you can load that. You can set your own hypos and hypers. So I set my hypoglycemic at 60 milligrams, my hyper at 150, and then my target range that I want to be in throughout the day is between 70 and 140 milligrams. So those are all, you can set those to any range you want. You can select the weight measure, whether you want pounds or kilograms. You can put your body weight. That's my target weight, not my actual weight. And then if you measure A1C, that you can do that in percent. I'm not sure what the other one is. Millimoles, okay. In Europe, I think they use millimoles for everything. And then going to the settings, for your blood test meter, I use a Freestyle Lite. If you have an insulin pump, you can load that brand in there. You can have it track your locations, save pictures to library. I don't use either one of those functions. Challenges I don't do. User's Manual I don't do. I don't use any of those other functions. So they also have a Connections. I'll touch on that real quick. So there's a weight scale that you can purchase. It's got it. The weight scale is Bluetooth. You can buy that off of Amazon for I think 60 bucks. I have a different scale that doesn't connect to this, but that's fine. My scale has its own app, so I track my weight with the other app. But it does have that available, and then you can also connect with Google Fit if you utilize Google Fit. I utilize that sometimes, but not too much. I keep most of my stuff just on my local phone apps. And then the really nice feature is the reports, and that's what you have to pay. I think it's $24 for a year. What that lets you do is select a date range, so you can go for a week, a month, a year, whatever you want as far as a range. You can hit 2 weeks or last 3 months, and then what I do is hit send, and that'll take that report. You can compile it as a PDF file, a CSV file, or a Microsoft Excel file. And that you can email it to yourself, or you can email it to your doctor or endocrinologist, or print it out for yourself. So that's what I use for my weekly updates. Every week you'll see with this episode, I'll post an example of what those reports look like. They're pretty cool. I like them, and my doctor likes those. Coach, I don't use. That's just the app trying to sell you someone that will call you, email you, coach you through whatever you're going through. I don't utilize that. And then last thing is the Logbook, and that's the main part that I want to go through. So this is your entry for your data screen, and also it shows you what you've done for the last day or week or however far you want to go back. On the Today view, you have a graph at the top that shows your blood sugar, and then the little aqua-colored square is my insulin that I took, and then the triangle or the brown squares are intake, my food intake for the day. So I'm on 1 meal a day, so that's 4 little mini meals over the course of an hour or two. And it also shows your A1C estimated, and then your data for that day. It shows your average blood sugar, which is 80 for me so far. The deviation, so your highs and lows, if you had any hypers or hypos, and then the amount of carbs that you have. And then also it'll track your activity. So I walk somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour per day, so I'll load up 60 minutes of that activity at some point during the day. So I'll do a sample entry to show you what's available. And so you hit the little plus symbol, and so you can enter blood sugar, your carbs, and this is all configurable to whatever you want to track or not track. So you have ketones if you want to put notes, and this is just how I have it set up: activity in hours and minutes. My long-acting insulin. I don't take the short-acting anymore. That's the food insulin. And I don't need a corrective insulin either. Since I started keto, I don't have to take the bolus or short-term insulin. And then you can also configure these markers. So if you're eating a breakfast or a lunch or a snack, how you're feeling, you can load all that with each entry. So if you want to go down to that level of detail and keep track of that. So I'll just do an example of how I would use it during the day. So I'll go in and put my blood sugar level. Let's say it's 110, and then I'll put in my carbs. Let's say I had 3 carbs for dinner. It also tracks your ketones. So let's say I'm 2.5 millimoles. For notes, I'll put down that I had a keto bar. I just abbreviate KB. Activity for the day, let's say 50 minutes. And insulin, 25. And that's all my entries. So I took 30 seconds, and then you just hit the check mark. So everything's loaded. It tracks the time that you loaded it, and then recalculates your totals and your averages for that day. And then if you need to delete any of your entries, you just slide that over, and you can hit edit and edit those numbers, or hit delete, and it will delete all those entries. So today I had 4 little mini meals, so you can list them as snacks or meals, what I had, how many carbs. There's my blood sugar level at 346 this afternoon. Then this morning, how much insulin I took, 25 units, my blood sugar at 9 o'clock this morning, and then my ketone level this morning, 1.7 millimoles. So then you go down, you can look at your totals for the day before. So that's my average blood sugar, deviation, my carbs. And then if you want to look at a longer period of time, and as I said, you can go down and look at a day ago, a week ago, a month ago, whatever you want to look at. But if you scroll back to the top, you can swipe over, and it will take your last 7 days and show you that average. So how many logs? So that's my average blood sugar for the last 7 days, my deviation, my average carbs. And then if you swipe again, it'll go for the last 14 days. All those are averages. 30 days, and then 90 days, and then I think it goes up to a year also. So it's a pretty slick little app, very useful. You always have it handy if you're like me and diabetic, and you have to do blood sugar testing throughout the day, or you have bolus or short-acting, short-term insulin. Your tracker's right there on your phone. You know, nowadays everyone has their phone with them all the time. So very, very useful. Again, it's free unless you want the reports that come out of it. And that's $24 a year. I think well worth it. Again, this is not sponsored. I paid the $24 myself. So it was a quick look at the MySugr app. It's one I use every day. I highly recommend it. It's a free app. Unless you want to pay for the reports, that's $24 a year. But otherwise, no charge. It's an awesome app and very useful tool. I highly recommend it.